Hey guys, how's it going? My name's Bride, and today I'm going to talk about Diablo 3 Reaper Souls and a Crusader build. I know a lot of people have been trying Crusader lately, mainly because it's brand new. There's a little bit of hype around it, and I hear a lot of things like the Crusader isn't that great, its endgame isn't as good as other classes, and I'm here to kind of prove that wrong a little bit, because I have found this min-max build that does so much damage. It's actually kind of ridiculous. It may not be as much damage as the other classes, but you know what, it's pretty comparable. And I feel that this is a reason to actually play your Crusader. So, let's just get right into it. I'm going to start with the build here. First of all, your primary attack is going to be Slash with a Crush rune, so it does 20% increased critical damage. Fist of the Heavens with Fissure. What Fissure does, and I'll get to this in a moment, it places down like a little lightning storm on the ground, and when you have more than one, it shoots lightning between them and does weapon damage. This is very important. Judgment with the Resolved rune, so anything that has been judged has an 80% additional chance to be critically strike. Steed Charge with Endurance, this is mainly just for if you're in a group play. By the way, this build is amazing for groups. This just allows you to keep up with your party because of this Heavenly Strength hero, which I'll talk about in a second. Laws of Valor with Critical, so you and your party members have 15% increased attack speed, awesome. And then when you use the law or activate it, all of your allies gain 100% increased critical hit damage for 5 seconds. So you can see the synergy between these two talents right here already, and you might know where I'm going with this. Heaven's Fury with Blessed Ground. Now, this build is mainly for any Crusader, whether you're leveling up, whether you just hit max, whether you have gear or you don't. If you don't have the greatest gear, I would say before 6,000 strength, go with Ascendancy rune. You'll end up doing more damage with it than you will with Blessed Ground. But once you hit that threshold of 6,000 plus strength, switch to Blessed Ground, you'll end up doing way more damage with it. And now to the passives. We're going to use Heavenly Strength, so we can use a two-handed weapon for maximum amount of weapon damage in our main hand. As I mentioned, the catch is your movement speed is reduced by 15%, so that's why you take the Steed Charge to catch up with your group. Righteousness. Since you have slow attack speed, since you're using a one-hand or a two-handed in your main hand, you want to generate as much wrath as you can on every auto attack. So, and obviously your maximum wrath is increased by 30. And then we have Holy Cause. This one isn't, I don't know, there really isn't a great fourth talent to take. So I pretty much just went with Holy Cause. It adds weapon damage if you're using a holy weapon, or it's great for survivability when you're using your Holy Fury or whatever the hell it is, Heaven's Fury. And then finally, this is probably the best passive talent other than Heavenly Strength that the Crusader has. It just increases your strength. It's just an amazing talent. Take it. It's pretty much the way to go with that. Okay, so as for gear, you want to have as high of a weapon damage as you can get in your main hand. Obviously everything else you want to get as much strength as you can. Now here's the catch. Since you have Judgment that increases your critical strike chance by 80%, you do not need any more than 20% critical strike chance. If you get more than that, it's a luxury, great, it'll increase your character sheet DPS, but really it's not required. What we really want to do here is we want to get as much critical hit damage as we can get. So the more critical hit damage that we have, the more damage we're going to do overall. So as you can see, you can get 50% on your gloves, and you can get it on amulet, rings and stuff, and weapons. But mainly for your weapon, this is something I really wanted to mention. For your weapon, it's really important to have a socket so you can increase your critical damage a lot from there. As for that, attack speed's not really important. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Strength, critical hit damage, and 20% chance to crit. Everything else pretty much goes into survivability. And as you can see on my character sheet here, I have 525,000 DPS, but I guarantee you it's a lot higher just because of this setup. Okay, so you might be wondering, how does this build work? We talked a lot about it. What kind of damage does it do? Alright, well, let's take a look. I'm just going to do Maglemaw here. So I'll show you the combo. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. You pretty much go QER, and then spam Heaven's Fury on him, and Fissure. As you can see, Maglemaw has about 150 million HP, and I was able to do about 75 million of that in about 6 seconds. So the damage on this build is incredibly high, and also this is on Torment 3. So you know, enemies like this normally don't, in champion packs especially, don't normally last more than 2 rounds. If you're tanky enough, you can just tank them, and then just kind of beat them up when your cooldowns are down, and spam Fist of the Heavens. Other than that, it's pretty simple. This build is incredibly easy to use. It's got the speed up right here, with the horsey. That's pretty much it. As you can see, it does tons of damage, and you know, Crusaders may not be the ideal. You know, they are not as tanky as Barbarians and Demon Hunters, but they do have the damage. They do have as much damage as the best of them, and aside from that, they look fucking wicked sweet too. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Take care. Have fun.